W8WKY.
HRF monitoring.
W8HRF, KD8SLG. What's up, Josh?
Hi, Nick. By the way, I have main and Lucy has alt.
Well, thank you. I'll be setting up NetLogger shortly. What are you up to, man?
I just got back from Parma. I am dropping this trailer off at my in-laws, and then I'm heading back home for the net. So I'll probably be there. Yeah, I'll be there shortly. I'm almost at the drop point. Went up to Parma, helped our friends move their car, and they provided me and my brother-in-law with some pizza, which was very nice. And then we went to go leave, and then me and him proceeded to stand over the car for about a half hour and be like, that wouldn't be that bad to fix. So, checked into the woodchuck net because I'm never in range of that repeater, so that just happened to work out well. And then now I am here. How about you? How's your day been?
Just another rock and roll Wednesday, man. Getting ready to wrap it up. It was a fine day. It was a fine day, and it's just going to keep getting better. I think I heard you talking to Chris here on the 3.9 earlier, and then, or 88. Yeah, talked to him on the 275 a couple of times today. So it's cool to get some traffic there on the digital repeater. So that's fun. Yeah, so that was a highlight of my day, so there you go.
Man, talking on D-Star, it's the highlight of your day. Easy to please, I guess. That is cool. That is fun. Yeah, we were talking. You heard us. We were talking a little bit about Fusion and D-Star. I haven't been on the 70 centimeter repeater in a while. I'll have to mess around with it again. It was cool playing around with WireTech. Well, I guess it's not wired. Anyway, yeah, cool. How did the board net do? How many check-ins did you guys get?
I think Dustin did 37, and Nancy got it up to 60.
Nice. Very cool. Yeah, Andy and I discovered now with the 015, it's not really a problem, but the DTMF tones for doing the Allstar linking seem to not be working. So I was talking to Chris about it, and he was interested. He wondered if there were any repeaters in the area that were open to doing Allstar linking through tones, and I mentioned that repeater, and he can get in well. It's just the tones aren't working apparently, so Andy's going to reset the controller, I guess, and then hopefully that works. Is I know 3.9 Allstar, is it open to linking through DTMF tones or just through dashboard?
As far as I know, it works with DTMF tones. W2JLS, John and I did it that way for years.
Gotcha. All right. I never knew if you could. I never tried it, so that's cool. Yeah, because I guess I haven't really looked around on the website too much for it. There was no instructions, but I imagine it's the same for all. You just do star connect, star one to disconnect. All right, Nick, I'm pulling in, so I'm going to park this trailer. I'll talk to you in a couple minutes on the net. 88 SLG, W8HRF.
Watch your fingers and toes. W8HRF, KD8SLG clear.
KDSLG, NTAD.
NTAD, KDSLG, go Dave.
Yeah, before you wander too far, go ahead and put me on the check-in log for tonight. I'm going to listen on the scanner tonight. Spent the day with my dad up there in Menor today. That was kind of nice. And so by the time you guys get going, I'm just going to be ready to turn in. But if you need an extra check-in on the log, go ahead and put me on. I'll be listening on the scanner, and I'll see you probably tomorrow night. NTAD.
Can do, Dave. Can do. We'll see you tomorrow night, man. Sleep well. NTAD, KDSLG.
KDSLG, Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo. How you doing, Nick?
WV3K, KDSLG, setting up net logger. How are you doing, Phil?
Actually, I'm doing pretty okay. I gotta be at the VA tomorrow at, not the VA, that's on Tuesday. I gotta go to get my car worked on tomorrow at 8 o'clock up at Wales, auto repair. So I'm going to be taking that up. It's probably around 7:30 or so, and that's about 10 miles away. So it's not that far, but I got to get it up there, and they're going to work on that. And hopefully, it won't take very long for them to work with it to get some things tuned up. And other than that, I probably should turn in early also, but I'll try to stick in as best as I can. So if you want to, you can go ahead and set me up, and I'll get with you on the prenet when you call out. So KDSLG, WV3K, good to hear you, buddy. Sound good.
Okie dokie, Phil, you got it. And good to hear you, my friend. WV3K, KDSLG.
Kilo Oscar 4 Delta Kilo November. Monitoring Allstar. A little early, but I'll be tuning in for the net tonight while everybody else is bailing out. I'll be tuning in to listen.
KO4DKN. I put you in the log wrong already. I put in KDN. Let me try this again. KO4DKN. There we go. David in Florida. I know you, man. I knew I recognized that from somewhere. All right, man. I've got you on the log. KD8SLG.
I'm just chillaxing down here in Florida, so I figured what better thing to do but tune in to the Beacon net a little bit early. Actually, it's earlier for the pregame show, too, come to think of it. But anyway, yeah, I'm just monitoring, so we'll be tuning in and checking with you later.
Yeah, Dave. I usually start about a quarter after, but I started somewhat at a few minutes after the hour, and everybody's been stopping in to say hi, which is just fine. I can do that. But good to hear you tonight, Dave. Thanks for sticking around. Boynton Beach. Gotcha.
W8WKY.
All right, Nick. We'll talk to you later then.
KC5RBG.
KC5RBG, this is KD8SLG. What's up there, Shannon? Had to take a shower. I felt dirty.
Well, that's probably a good thing you probably weren't dirty. How's that song go? Rolling dirty. They keep me rolling dirty, something like that. Yeah, I'm just sitting here preparing for the net. I'm thinking of something that might be nice for dinner. I'm thinking maybe some chips and some sour cream and onion, or French onion dip. I hadn't decided yet.
Well, I'm sure you'll come up with something. I'm still trying to set up NetLogger. I keep talking to people instead of doing my thing. But we're pretty much done now. Anyway, I'm going to go mix up some Gatorade and find the tablet where I write out the questions and answers for the trivia question. And I'll be back in a few. KC5RBG, KD8SLG.
Roger. Well, go ahead and put me down on the list, and I'll be hanging around. KC5RBG.
KC3SEG, KC3SEG, was that you out there?
Check my Allstar Node, make sure it's working for the net here tonight.
Well, hey, Greg. How you doing, man? Talk for a minute and let's see how your All-Star is working, because it was kind of hinky there at the start, but I think it's sounding fine, but you got to talk for a little longer.
All right, and while I check into the net here and have a nice little chat on here. DJ.
Okay, Greg, something's going on there. At the start of that transmission, you were dropping it every second. It would hook up for a second, drop for a second, hook up for a second, drop for a second. Then we got about 15 seconds in the middle, and then it started dropping out again. Is your handy-talkie overdriving the node, maybe? Is it on full power instead of the lowest power, or how are you getting into the node?
I'm sorry, my 991A to get into the node, I just cut the power back a little bit.
There you go with one little hiccup at the beginning. That was a solid transmission. Yeah, those little nodes don't like a whole lot of power.
Key up and wait a second too. I got a bad habit of quick keying.
Yeah, the nodes really don't like quick keying. None of the digital stuff really likes quick keying all that much. It takes a little second to get things hooked up. But dude, I just looked up and I remember now you were the 30,000th check-in on the boredom breaker net. And a few days ago, at one point, we had 40, 50, 60, 80,000, I think. We had at least 4 people who had the little icon in their remarks in there. Too bad you weren't there. We would have one more.
I remember when I hit the 30,000. I remember that day quite well. I was really shocked when I did it.
September 7th, 2021. Wow, coming up on 3 years ago, man. We're probably we're getting close to 100,000 now for that net.
Yeah, it's fantastic. That year, back in May, and I think I was still a tech. Yeah, I didn't get my general until the following year, and then I got my extra about a year and a half ago. So, yeah, time flies for sure. Hey, okay, I'm going to let you, Nick, and is Dustin running it?
Oh, yeah, he better be. He'll be here at the top of the hour. I got you on the list, Greg.
Here and doing my POTA log, and catch me when my turn is up. KC3SEG, we'll be clear and monitoring.
KC3SEG, KD8SLG. Thanks, Greg. This is KD8SLG, just hanging out before the pre-show starts. We got 5 more minutes. Anybody else out there up for a little QSO? LKI. Early check-in. All right, you're going to have to come again there, please. Give it to me phonetically and alphabetically, if you would. Kilo Foxtrot 0 Lima Kilo India. KF0 LKI. Kyle in Republic. All right, Kyle, I got you that time. You're coming in on Brad's repeater, but I didn't recognize the voice, and I was trying to cheat and use the dashboard to get you in there. KF0 LKI. Oh, I could go with Loki. All right, Kyle, got you in there. KD-SLG.
Late night, 8 I'm going to give you one for the plant, and I'm mobile, and I will catch up with you guys a little bit later on. 76.
All right, Elmer, you were a little choppy, but I pulled you out of there. I know your voice. KHHNK, KD-SLG. Drive safe there, Elmer. I got you in and out. AI5 JIB, Kilo India 5, Julia India Bravo. Is that KI5 JIB, Chris in Tulsa? Is Chris in Tulsa, JIB, Julia India Bravo. KI5 KD-SLG. K5CFY. K5CFY, this is KD-SLG. Are you out there, Ray?
K5CFY, I'm always way out there. Go right ahead.
Says one of the most grounded people I know. Well, I just wanted to see if everything was working all right. Looks like you are coming in through the Boredom Breaker hub. So just testing that link there. You know, I like to have my friends in here from Oklahoma.
Yeah, we definitely enjoy being here. So, yeah, we're ready for the big show. So, anyway, you are sounding good down here in T-Town.
Awesome, Ray. Awesome. Glad to hear it. And fine business this afternoon. All right, everybody. We got about a minute 45 seconds until the girl makes the announcement. I'm going to jump off here, run down the hall. I'll be back to start the pre-show in a minute 45. KD-SLG.
The BeaconNet, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
There's my girl. QST, 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 calling all amateurs to the BeaconNet pre-show. Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, right here on the W8WKY repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset and a PL tone of 114.8. This is Control Net. We ask that all traffic pass through net control. Your net control operator this evening for the pre-show is Kilo Delta 8, Sierra Lima Golf, KD8 SLG. My personal is Nick, November India Charlie Kilo, just Nick. Dustin will take over at the top of the hour. That's KD8 EPC. So here's the way it works. I'll take a couple rounds of check-ins. I'll let everybody know I've harvested them before the net and off of the blue screen. And then we'll work the list and see who's going to stick around to play trivia with us tonight at the top of the hour. We'll have 2 trivia questions. Josh and Lucy are going to do their business. So before I start taking check-ins, let's check in with the BeaconNet crew and make sure everybody's radios are working. As I like to call it, the Mickey Mouse roll call. KD8 EPC, this is KD8 SLG. Are you there, Dustin?
KD8 SLG and the BeaconNet pre-show, this is KD8 EPC. Well, I am here, Nick. Just got back from an ice cream sandwich run because we remembered the free food out when we were having that conversation earlier. So we're stocked up on ice cream sandwiches, Sour Patch Kids, and cold beverages. So there you go. With that, I'll be ready for the big show here at the top of the hour. This is KD8 EPC, back to free net control.
I got a box of ice cream sandwiches waiting for me at the girls. So there. Listen, you were kind of choppy. So maybe go make sure your antenna isn't doing that Detroit lean before the top of the hour. You want to check back in during pre-show. I'll be here. And we'll see. Because you were chopping a couple of times there. All right, going to clear with KD8 EPC. Let's see if Nick's out there tonight. KD8 QKO, this is KD SLG. You there, Nick?
KD8 SLG, KD8 QKO. Yes, sir, I'm here. I'm going to be in and out tonight. I'm not going to stick around for that. I have to got a busy day tomorrow. I got a dentist appointment in the morning, followed by a full day of work, followed by a ham radio club meeting. So I'm going to try to get to bed here soon and get some good shut-eye and stay going. And as you mentioned, with Dustin, like Dustin said, I'm going to Detroit lead myself into my bed. Anyway, with that, tomorrow, and say have a good night. KD8 QKO. I may start call signs up. KD8 QKO, back to KD8 SLG.
All right, Nick. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow night at the club meeting. We're going to clear with KD8 QKO. Sleep well, my friend. Let's punch in with Josh. We'll see what Josh and Lucy's seating arrangement is tonight. W8 HRF, KD8 SLG. Go, Josh.
KD8 SLG. Nick and Nick. Interesting. Anyways, KD8 SLG, W8 HRF. Good evening, Nick. I'm just pulling in, so I'll be making my way down to the radio room, which I assume he already is, and we will be all set with the trivia in a minute. So mine's not particularly funny or amusing. I apologize, it's not radio related, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Anyways, I'm going to go get that pulled up, and we'll be here for the net. KD8 SLG, W8 HRF.
Josh, my trivia questions always, for lack of a better word, suck. So I appreciate all the work you guys do putting into them. I really do. All right, Josh. Talk to you at the top of the hour. Going to clear with W8 HRF. Let's see if Lucy's there. KE8YUK, KD8 SLG. What are you thinking, Lucy?
Howdy, crew. I'm thinking I should have made my trivia before now, but I'm going to do it now. But it'll be fine. So that is what I'm doing before the big show starts. Over to you, Nick.
Oh. All right, Lucy. Good to hear you there. You sound fine. Going to clear with KE8YUK. Last but not least here, let's talk to Eric. KE8VZA, Eric, I thought of you this afternoon. Nancy had a question of the day, and the question was, what is your favorite scent or smell? And I immediately thought that Eric would say bacon. KE8VZA, KD8SLG. How you doing tonight, Eric?
KD8SLG, KE8VZA, yeah, there's nothing like the aroma of a pound of bacon sizzling away. Oh my goodness, yeah, you nailed it. Here, I'm going to stick around for the direction, and maybe we'll help Lucy out and recite the Gettysburg Address so she has more time for her trivia. 407 years ago, just kidding. I don't know it all anyway. KE8VZA, back to pre-net control.
Well, you definitely got the opening right, Eric, so kudos to that. All right. Let me tell you who I got so far, and then we'll open this thing up, take some check-ins, and get this thing working. NTAD Dave was in and out. He's going to bed. Good night, Dave. WB3K is going to lead us off tonight. That's Phil. KO4DKN, David down in Boynton Beach. K5CFY, Ray in Tulsa. WB8CXO gets an honorary spot tonight. He streams us on YouTube. So if you ever want to hear what you sound like on the radio, go over there and check out his YouTube feed. KC5RBG, Shannon's in there. KC3SEG, Greg in Maryland. Then we got W3ETV, Eddie in Maryland. KF0LKI, Kyle in Missouri. AI5HV, that's Greg. KE8HNK, Elmer was in and out. KI5JIB, Chris, you're on the list. KC8FQV, I got you in there, Mark. KE8QFT, Uncle Fred. KC0LRM, Kelly, crack a beer for me. And K6KJV, you guys are all on the list already. Let's see who else is out there tonight. This is KD8SLG for the Beacon Net. I'm listening.
Kilo Golf 5, November Alpha, KG5, NJS, Scott Seville.
Kilo Bravo 8, Papa X-Ray Mike, Charlie.
All right, let me pick it up there. We started off with a monstrous double, but I got KG5NJA, Ninja. Scott, I got you in there. Good to hear you tonight, buddy. And KB8PXM, Charlie, I got you on the list as well. Hang on for a second. There was someone else there keyed up with Scott at the beginning. I didn't get any of it. You want to come back with your call sign for me, please, phonetically and alphabetically?
Yeah, this is Kilo Charlie T. Echo Yankee 88 Y Dave from East Sparta.
Oh, there you are, Dave. I got you that time. You're a little scratchy. Let me talk to Charlie here real quick. KB8PXM, KD8SLG. Thanks for coming to see me tonight, Charlie.
Yeah, I'm just going to be a drive-by tonight, you know, like they used to have for the media. So I heard the dog downstairs and take him out for his last run. So good to hear everybody. Nick, I'll be in and out. KB8PXM.
I figured you would be, but I didn't want to assume, but I wanted to say hi to you. Thanks for stopping by, Charlie. Charlie runs the WatchNet on Tuesday nights in the Millersburg repeater, KD8QGQ, I think it is. It's a good time. All right, one more round of check-ins, then we're going to see who's sticking around to play trivia with us tonight and who's just here to get their parking ticket validated. This is KD8SLG. I'm listening.
Kilo Echo 8, Victor Oscar X-Ray, KE8, VOX, Scott Vermillion.
N9JPH, November 9, Juliet Papa Hotel, Jason McAllister, no traffic.
All right, we picked up two more. They're KE8VOX, Scott, up there on the North Shore. And N9JPH, Jason was in and out. Jason, thank you. Formerly KI5QBA. All right, Jason, thanks for stopping by. Got you marked in and out. And I'm adding WD8MIU, Wade, down in Florida. You are on the list, Wade. Just saw you show up in the blue screen. All right, let's run up to the top of the list here and see who's sticking around tonight. We're going to lead off with WV3K. Phil, this is KD8SLG. Phil, are you going to stick around for trivia tonight?
W8WKY.
KD8SLG for the beacon net pre-control. This is WV3K. How are you doing, Nick? Actually, I think after this transmission, I'm going to go ahead and take leave of absence and get myself ready to get some rest to be at the car repair shop by 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. But anyway, it's good to hear Lucy and everybody in there, and good to hear you too. And if if Dustin's going to take over, why say hey to him for me if he's listening. Hey, Dustin, how are you doing, buddy? See you guys at the picnic. I'm going to bring the X chromosome young lady that I have here with me, and she's keeping me company while we're watching TV together. And just want to say, God bless to everyone for this evening, and have a very wonderful ongoing net. So thank you very much for hosting this for the pre-net, and I think I'm going to actually be turning in. So please forgive me for that, and look forward to getting back on with you again. Well, it'll be probably Sunday, huh? So anyway, back to KD8SLG. Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo 73, and God bless you all.
All righty there, Phil. Looking forward to seeing you Sunday. Maybe I'll bring an XYL too. Maybe. Sleep well, Phil. Talk to you next time. I'm going to clear with WV3K. Let's go down to Florida. Talk to David. KO4DKN. This is KD8SLG. You want to stick around and play trivia at the top of the hour with us tonight, Dave?
Absolutely. Trivia is my specialty. Wouldn't miss it. Thanks, Nick. And I will be sticking around.
All right, man. Josh and Lucy are going to put you to the test. David's sticking around. We're going to clear with KO4DKN. And let's jump out to Tulsa. Talk to Ray. What do you think, Ray? You going to stick around and play trivia tonight? K5CFY, KD8SLG.
KD8SLG, K5CFY. Yes, sir. Definitely going to hang around for the big show. I want to say hi there to Miss Lucy. Hope the little brother made it back to the Ohio in good shape and everything. It was sure fun to talk to him down here. And good to hear Mr. Phil in there. So I'll get off here, and we'll definitely hang around. Back to you there, Nick, K5CFY.
All right, Ray. Always a pleasure. K5CFY, KD8SLG. We're going to stay out in Tulsa. Check in with Shannon, see if he found something to eat yet. I know he's going to stick around, and I already know what the answer to his trivia question is for that matter. But Shannon, KCPG, did you find something to eat? And just to confirm, you're sticking around tonight?
Yeah, dinner tonight was French onion dip with potato chips, and dessert is a Fat Boy ice cream bar in vanilla. And I'll tell you, it's good. Anyway, yeah, I'll be hanging around. Hope you're having a good day there, Nick. KC5RBG.
Oh, they're the cornerstones of a nutritious meal for sure. Chips, dip, and an ice cream sandwich. You go, Shannon. I got you sticking around. Gonna clear with KC5 RBG. Let's go to Maryland and talk to Greg. KC3 SEG, this is KD8 SLG. You still sticking around tonight, Greg?
KC3 SEG, a POTA log now. I did 2 POTA activations this evening, so I'm sitting here doing my POTA log. And Nick, next month this time I will no longer be a Marylander. I'm moving to Florida, Panama City Beach, Florida. So I'll be a Floridian. I'm looking forward to it. It's a big move for me. Baltimore's been my home my entire life, and now I'm moving down to Florida. So just me and Teddy, me and my doggy. Back over to you, Nick, and I will be sticking around. KC3 SEG.
KC3 SEG, KD8 SLG. Well, it is quite a move there, Greg. And I'm sure you and Teddy will do fine. And there's plenty of hams down in Florida. We got a couple of them in here tonight, as a matter of fact. So good to talk to you, Greg. Going to clear with KC3 SEG. I've got you sticking around. Let's stay in Maryland and talk to Eddie. W3ETB, KD8 SLG. You sticking around tonight, Eddie?
Yeah, hi, Nick. Yeah, I'll be here. Just to find out what those trivia questions are. And Greg, have a safe trip to Florida. Keep in touch. Let us know how the weather is down there. And watch out for those hurricanes. W3ATV, back to net.
All right, Eddie, I got you sticking around. And yes, thanks to the joys and wonders of Allstar, we can all stay connected wherever we are. I got you sticking around. Going to clear with W3ETB. Let's talk to Kyle in Missouri. KF0LKI. I had to practice that once or twice before I said it. It's kind of a mouthful until you get used to it. Kyle, you guys stick around for trivia tonight? Uh-oh, nothing heard. He may have just checked in and out, but let's give him another try. KF0LKI, KD8 SLG. All right, we will assume that he's in and out. Let's go back out to Oklahoma, Broken Arrow to be exact. Greg, AI5HV, KD8 SLG. You sticking around for trivia tonight, Greg?
Well, Nick, this is Alpha India 5 Hotel Victor, and I think I'm going to have to pass on the stick around for trivia. I got some things here I need to get taken care of before get ready for bed. So I appreciate it. Want to wish you guys well with the net there, and I'll say 7-3. This is Alpha India 5 Hotel Victor.
All good, Greg, all good. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi. You can leave us on and we'll lull you to sleep. Going to clear with AI5HB. Consider your parking ticket validated. Elmer was in and out, KE8HNK. Let's go to Chris out in Tulsa. KI5JIB. This is KD8SLG. You want to stick around and play trivia at the top of the hour tonight, Chris? Uh-oh. KI5JIB, KD8SLG. You still there, Chris?
Yeah, here's the moment. Not sure I'll be around for trivia, but we'll give it a shot.
KI5JIB, KD8SLG. Got you sticking. I got you on the list there, Chris. We'll give you a holler if you're still there. Dustin will give you a scream. No worries. We're going to clear with KI5JIB. Next up, we got KC8FQB, Mark. I know he's sticking around, but let's say hi. What's going on, Mark? KC8FQV, KD8SLG. He'll be back, I assure you. All right, let's go down and talk to Uncle Fred. K8QFT, KD8SLG. How you doing tonight, Fred? Are you ready to stick around and play trivia tonight?
W8WKY.
Yeah, just Nick, I'll be here if you can hear me.
K8QFT, K8SLG. That was one of the cleanest transmissions I've heard tonight, Fred. Sounds great. Don't touch a thing. Thanks for sticking around. We're going to clear with K8QFT. This is the BeaconNet on the W8WKY repeater. I'm KD8SLG, and next on the list we have Kelly, KC0LRM out in Tulsa. How you doing tonight, Kelly? You going to stick around and play trivia tonight?
Oh, KD8SLG. Yes, I will. I don't know what the deal is with all the ice cream sandwiches. I don't have an ice cream sandwich, but I did have a bowl of Neapolitan, which is pretty good, too. All right, yes, I will be sticking around. Back to you, Nick.
I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Kelly? All right, glad you're sticking around tonight. We're going to clear with KC0LRM, and next up, all the way from Valley Springs, California, it's the Rev Kev, K6KJV. This is KD8SLG. How you doing tonight, Kevin? And are you going to stick around and play trivia with us?
Nick! And everybody else on the net, this is K6KJV here in Valley Springs, California, and of course I'm going to be here for trivia. Somebody's got to represent the Cornwaldo beans, so I hope Lucy's got something on there, and Josh too. That'd be cool too, both of them. A double D night again. So with that, I'll say, well, I don't know what I'm going to say. I'll say God bless for now, but not 73. So, take it away, Nick, before I get into trouble from K6KJV. Mike is yours, sir.
K6KJV, KD8SLG. All right there, Kev. We'll save some trouble for later on, and then we'll be voting double Ds in solidarity with you. We're going to clear with K6KJV. Let's talk to Scott. He's making the rounds today. So good to hear you, Scott. KG5NJA. This is KD8SLG. Are you going to stick around and play trivia tonight?
Yeah, it was good to hear a lot of old voices too today. I'm going to hear the trivia question, but I can't give you any guarantees I'll still be awake after that. But, I'm going to say no, but I'm going to stick around for the question. This is KG5NJA. Back to you, Nick.
KG5NJA. Lulling you to sleep is one of the many services we provide here on the W8WKY. So that's all good. Scott, hope to hear you more often. You know you're always welcome here on this repeater as well. We're going to clear with KG5NJA. Let's talk to David in East Sparta. Dave, KC8EEY. How are you tonight, Dave? And are you just here to get your ticket punched, or are you going to stick around?
Dave is feeling quite ducky tonight. Above water, and that's a good thing. Yeah, I'm going to stick around. Have a little fun, play a little computer, do a little radio. Just making an evening of being quiet down here in the ham shack. You know, it's nice to be able to get away from all the hustle and bustle and of family life. Okay, back to you, Nick. This is KC8EEY.
All right, Dave, you just keep hiding out in the bomb shelter there. And got you sticking around. Good to hear you. Get it clear with KC8EEY. KB8PXM, my pal Charlie was in and out. Thanks for stopping by, Charlie. And let's go talk to Scott. KE8VOX, KD8SLG. You going to stick around tonight, Scott?
K8VOX, and I'll be here for trivia. K8VOX, back to net control.
All right, man. Awesome. Glad to have you on board. N9JPH was in and out. Thanks for stopping by, Jason. I've added WD8MIU. He was the last one, but I did add AI5Q, KI5RFI, and K4OG. You guys are on the list. We'll get to you right after Wade here. WD8MIU. Twice in one day, Wade. Maybe 3 times. How you doing, man? Are you going to stay up with us tonight, or are you just stopping by?
Well, I think you probably heard me on the border breaker net today. That's the first time I brought up net logger in months, maybe over a year. And so I'm in there again tonight, and yeah, I'm up here dog sitting again, so I'm bored out of my wits. And so anyway, so yeah, I brought my old HP Windows computer so I could get a net logger. Won't work on my Google computer unless they've changed that. But last I heard it didn't. But at any rate, yeah, we'll be here for a little while. We'll stay. I mean, I got in the habit of staying up watching the Olympics all night, so. You know, I probably won't go to bed till at least 1 o'clock after Jimmy Fallon, probably. So back over to you, Nick. Good hearing you, and I think it's only twice a day because I didn't check in this morning of the barometer net. I have to remember to do that someday. Back over to you, WD8MIU.
WD8MIU, glad to get you back into the fold there, Wade. And on Chrome, you can just open a tab and go to ragchew.app, and that sort of simulates NetLogger in a web format. So give that a try if you'd rather use your Chromebook. We're going to clear with WD8MIU. Let's go back out to Tulsa and talk to Jairus. AI5Q, this is KD8SLG. Good evening, Jairus. You going to stay up with us tonight? All right, Jairus, I saw you were coming in through Crazy Home. I had to turn my volume down. There was a hella buzz on that was, well, pretty much drowned you out. But I did hear you were sticking around. So got you in there. Maybe we can fix that before Dustin gets back to you. Going to clear with AI5Q. Let's check in with our Arkansas contingent, KI5RFI. Mac, how are you tonight? You sticking around? KI5RFI. Mac, I saw you keying up, but we were not getting any audio from that. So I know you always stick around. I'm going to keep you on a list. Looks like you closed up Echolink to try to fix it. So I got you on the list, man. We're going to clear with KI5RFI, and let's check in with Mark. K4OG, KD8SLG. How you doing, Mark? Are you sticking around tonight?
W8WKY.
KD8SLG, K4OG, and everyone, good evening. You sound like you're having a fine pre-show, Nick. I'm going to try to stick around and give you the answer to a fabulous trivia question or two. No promises, but I'll try. K4OG, back to net.
All right, Mark, glad to have you on board and sticking around. Last, but certainly not least on my list tonight, and I'm running over time, AB8MO, KD8SLG. Andy, are you sticking around, or are you just here to get your ticket punched?
Well, I'm here. What more can I say? And I guess I'll stick around, AB8MO.
All right, Andy, thanks for making your way over here. We're going to clear with AB8MO, and that's going to conclude the pre-show tonight. I'd like to thank everybody who checked in early. I line them up, and Dustin knocks them down. It's time for Dustin to light up the nighttime airwaves. KD8EPC, this is KD8SLG. Take it away, D.
All right, thank you very much there, Nick. Good evening and welcome to the Beacon Net. My name is Dustin. My call sign is KD8EPC, and I'll be net control for the evening. The Beacon Net meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the W8WKY repeater 147.390 with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114.8. Allstar Node 48496 and Echolink W8WKY-R. Let's see, we're linked in with our friends in Oklahoma, the Fireside Network, and various other repeaters. We ask you to keep for a couple seconds before and after you transmit so we hear everything you have to say. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now. All right, not hearing any emergency or priority traffic. Stations that haven't already checked into the pre-show that'd like to check into the Beacon Net, please say your call phonetically followed by alphabetically along with your name and location.
Kilo Echo 8, Bravo Hotel Quebec, KE8, BHQ, Benjamin, Mobile.
This is November 8, Echo India, Jason, Mobile.
Romeo Mike, KE8DRM, Scott in Rocky River, headed west, and I'll be out.
All right, we picked up several there. We have K8BHQ Ben in the mobile. We have N8EI Jason in the mobile. We have K8ZRM Scott there getting all wet in and out. All right, we've got quite the list here. Let's get up to the top, get our trivia questions, and we'll get down to our mobile stations real quick. So let's start with W8HRF. Josh with our main trivia. What do you have for us, Josh?
KD8EPC W8HRF. Good evening, Dustin, and good evening to everybody on the net. All right, I got a short one for you all tonight. Kind of timely. I don't know. The Olympics just ended. Today's question is, when were the first modern Olympic Games held? When were the first modern Olympic Games held? Your options are Alpha, 1872, Bravo, 1896, Charlie, 1908, or Delta, 1924. Let me drop it and read it again. And I'll get these posted in the blue screen as well. Tonight's main trivia question is, when were the first modern Olympic Games held? Your options are Alpha, 1872, Bravo, 1896, Charlie, 1908, or Delta, 1924. W8HRF, back to KD8EBC.
All right, thank you so much there, Josh, and we're going to take our privileges net control and wait for a while and think about that answer. So in the meantime, let's go over to K8YUK, Miss Lucy, for our alternate trivia question. Take it away there, Lucy.
Well, folks, it's a good thing that Josh has a short one because mine is not short. 83 years ago, Father Maximilian Kolbe died, but is now known as the patron saint of a few things, including radio. Why? A. During a few of his sermons, his voice miraculously traveled further than normal. B, he operated a shortwave radio station to broadcast religious messages. C, he was a radio disc jockey before being called to the priesthood. Or D, because Colonel Cornwall Levine was the other option, and the Pope said no. Again, 83 years ago, Father Maximilian Kolbe died, but is now known as the patron saint of a few things, including radio. Why? A, during a few of his sermons, his voice miraculously traveled further than normal. B, he operated a shortwave radio station to broadcast religious messages. C, he was a radio disc jockey before being called to the priesthood. Or D, because Colonel Cornwall Levine was the other option, and the Pope said no. Back to you, Dustin.
All right, thank you so much there, Miss Lucy. We're going to think about that one, too. And in the meantime, we're going to go down here and catch our couple of mobiles real quick. And we're going to start with K8BHQ. Ben, good evening. How are you?
KD8EPC, KE8BHQ. I'm doing pretty good, Dustin. Just punched out at work, and I'm driving home now. I'll let you get down through the list, so I'll give my trivia real quick with Delta for the primary and Bravo for the secondary. This is KE8BHQ, and I'll give it back to you.
All right there, Ben, KBHQ. Well, thanks so much for joining us. We got you down for Delta and Bravo this evening. You mobile safely, my friend, and have a great rest of your night. Here's one we don't hear often on this time of evening. NADI, Jason, good evening. How are you?
All right, KD8EPC from NADI Mobile. I am mobiling through the backwoods of Wadsworth Township. I think that's where I am anyway. I am not usually on this late at night. I figured I would check in just for Nick. So not just Nick, but just for Nick. I am either usually in bed by this time of night or well ensconced in reading in the recliner, and radio has ended for the day. But I got to pick up my daughter at a friend's house, so I am out and about in the truck with Enzo, who is one of the Sarah dogs who has helped us through a number of build projects, or at least been in the way for several build projects. So let me grab a second here. Obviously, I'm a one and done here. Two trivia questions. The first one, I believe, is C. I believe it was 1908. We'll see if that's, well, I'll have to look that up later because I'm not going to be on when the answer's given. And the second one, I don't have any idea, but I believe that when you become a saint in the Catholic Church, you are the patron saint of something that your works affected. So I believe that the answer was A, where his voice was mysteriously heard farther than it should have. So put me down for those, and I thought I would drop in and say hello to everyone in this very unusual Wednesday night edition of the Net that I happen to be out and about. I'm unfortunately going to miss tomorrow's club meeting because I have been stricken by an unpleasant bout of COVID, of all things. Kind of at the tail end of it here, and just don't want to get up and close with a whole bunch of people and get anybody sick. But I should be able to make the picnic on Saturday. So hope everyone has a great net, and thanks for running it, Dustin. Good talking to you. I haven't talked to you in a while. KD8EPC from NADI Mobile.
All right there, Jason. Well, wonderful to hear you as always, and you know life's always better when you've got a dog there with you. We got you down for Charlie and Alpha for our trivia answers there, and I hope you get to feeling better, and hopefully we'll see you there Sunday at the picnic. We're going to say 73 to you. Jason was the only other mobile we had there, so now we're going to go back up to the top, and we're going to start with David in Florida, KO4DKN. Good evening. How are you?
W8WKY.
Uh-oh, let's try that again. KO4DKN. David, are you there? All right, nothing heard. He may have been in and out, or he can feel free to check back in. We're going to talk to K5CFY. Mr. Ray, good evening. How are you?
PC in the net, K5CFY. Fine business on the border breaker net today, you and Mr. Nick. But I'm going to go with Charlie and Charlie on the great trivia questions tonight. So I'll give it back to you. Again, thanks for doing the net, K5CFY.
All right there, Ray. Well, thanks so much for joining us. We got you down for Charlie and Charlie there. And for anybody who doesn't know, you can catch Mr. Ray there and all the other wonderful net controllers every day at noon Central Time on the Boredom Breaker net. That's on Allstar Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. The net goes a couple of switch net controls at the top of the hour, and they welcome rechecks. So stop and visit if you can. With that, Ray will say 73. Have a great night, and give Fred some ear scratches for us. Next on the list is another good friend of mine, KC5 Real Big Guns. Shannon, we got you down for the great state of Oklahoma. Take it away.
Thank you there, Dustin. KC5RBG. And you are right, the great state of Oklahoma is my answer for both questions. And it's been an interesting last couple of days for me. I think I explained why earlier to you on the phone, but overall, health isn't too terrible. I'm still getting shots in my eyes. Next one is in about 5 more weeks. I'll get the new pair of shots, one in each eye, and my back's about the same, and yeah, that's about what's going on here. Just living it a day at a time, a dream come true. I'm just happy I got my radios and I can do RF again. That makes me happy. This is Kilo Charlie 5, Real Big Guns. God bless, and 73. Back to net control.
All right there, Shannon. Well, great to hear you out on the net tonight. It was great to catch up a little bit earlier also. So we got you down again for the great state of Oklahoma. Have a great rest of your evening, and take care of yourself there. We're going to go talk to one I haven't talked to in a while now. KC3SEG Greg, good evening. How are you, my friend, and how's Teddy doing?
Good evening, Dustin. This is KC3SEG here. And I'm sitting here doing my POTA log now. I got one done. I'm working on my second. And my time is getting short here. I was telling Nick in Baltimore, Maryland, I'm moving to Panama City Beach, Florida, just about 1 month from today. So we're getting anxious, and I'll be a Floridian ham radio operator down here. But before I forget, my answers are C and B. Charlie Bravo for my trivia answers. And Eddie, before I unkey, thank you, and I will be in touch with you for sure. So for those kind words. KC3SEG, back to net control, Dustin.
All right there, Greg. Well, so wonderful to hear you, and congratulations on the move to Florida. You'll never have to deal with that cold weather again. And I don't know how far it is, but I'll tell you, you and Wade ought to try to get together down there, and maybe you guys could do some POTA together or something. So we'll say 73. Have a great rest of your evening, and we'll catch you there down the log. And now I'm contractually obligated to talk to the next one on my list here. KI5DAY all day long, Alan. How are you and Larry doing?
Kilo India 5, Delta Alpha Yankee. Hey, not too bad, Dustin. I out roaming around, went for a walk, and my goodness, this place is big. This base is huge. But anyway, I've been messing around with a few things. I was having a conversation with Mr. Greg there, AI5HV, and did manage to get checked into our local GMRS net tonight. That was fun. And howdy to everybody out there, to everybody in the blue screen there. I saw a few saying hello, but yeah, just kind of aimlessly wandering. I'm pretending that I'm from Iowa. Hi. Some of you will get that, some of you never will. Larry the Rubber Chicken's at home guarding the ham shack. He is the keeper of the ham shack. He protects all my equipment, and if the bad guys try to come in and they get past the alarms and the cameras, then he's there to stop them. And he carries a mean slingshot. So just thought I would check in here while I could, and it's a very stagnant, hot, unbelievably hot week this week in Oklahoma, so we're dealing with it, but we'll get through it. I'll shoot it back to you and hope everybody has a great night. I'll be listening for a little bit maybe. KI5DAY.
All right there. Well, before I go, Alan, is it true that Larry is trained in Taekwondo?
Well, it's almost true, but he got a little bit bored with Taekwondo, and he graduated to Jeet Kune Do, so he thought the Bruce Lee school was much better. So yeah, he's a brown belt in Jeet Kune Do. He's quite the athletic chicken. Yeah, he kicks around pretty good. This is the kind of stuff that'll get you put in a nervous hospital. Hi. KI5DAY, back to you.
All right there. We can get fitted for matching straight jackets. Have yourself a great evening, and we'll catch you down the log. All right, let's jump on back over to Maryland and talk to Eddie. W3ETV, good evening. Take it away.
Hi, Dustin. Sorry I missed the board and breaker net today in your hour. I had perfectly intended on trying to see if I could make contact with you, but the wife had other ideas about going to the grocery store, so it's kind of a rare thing that she comes along with me. I usually wind up having to go by myself, and then I'm on the phone all the time. I'm there calling her, asking her, should I get this? Should I get that? Is this the right price? Is that a good price? Anyway, she's probably in the other room in there, in the bedroom, cussing me out. And, yeah, I'll fix you. Anyway, I usually wind up going to the grocery store and coming back with something that's the wrong item, or too many items, or the wrong price, and then I wind up having to go back again to get it corrected. So, anyway, let's go ahead and get those trivia questions out of the way. I almost forgot what they were now. Anyway, I think it was D for the main trivia question and B for the alternate trivia question. So I'm going to go with D-E. Well, no, D-C. D-B. As in decimals, I guess. Anyway, I'll turn it back to you, Dustin. W3ETV. Back to next.
All right there, Eddie. Well, wonderful to hear you. And I'll tell you what, we might have to switch grocery day over to Thursday so you quit missing us on the boredom breaker. Hi. We got you out for Delta and Bravo for your trivia, and we'll say 73 to you for now. All right, next on the list here is KI5JIB. Chris, good evening. Take it away.
W8WKY.
Hey, KI5JIB. Just sitting out here in the backyard enjoying the evening. Here, kind of hanging out. I think my trivia answers will be Bravo for the primary and Delta for the secondary. Again, that's Bravo for the primary and Delta for the secondary.
right, we got you for Bravo and Delta for your trivia answers. A little noisy, but we heard everything you had to say there. So, Chris, 73, have a great evening, and we'll catch you there down the log. All right, let's go to the northernmost mark, KC8FQV. Take it away.
All right, KCFQV. Yeah, Nick just picked me up, and the list, I'm always there. Been around. On the main trivia, I'm going to say 1896, I think it was, 1896. And on the alternative, we'll just maybe come back later. We'll come back later on in the second one. So we'll send it back to net, and yeah, I've been spreading the word about that Warren Ham Fest coming up this Sunday. So back it comes, KCFQV. But 1896.
All right there, Mark. Well, good to hear you out there. And we're unfortunately going to miss the Warren Ham Fest there. We are going to make the picnic, but we're going to sneak there after work. So there you go. We'll say 73 to you. Have a great evening, and we'll catch you down the log. Let's see here. Next on my list is going to be, we've got KEQFT, Uncle Fred. Take it away.
Hello, everybody out there. I'd like to say trivia, Charlie and Bravo. I hope to see everybody Sunday. In addition to, hopefully I make it to the meeting tomorrow. Something always comes up, you know. Something's always coming up. Things been hectic lately, but hopefully the meeting and the picnic, yeah, hopefully I make them two things. KE8, QFT, back to net control.
All right there, Uncle Fred. Great to hear you out there. And we got you down for Charlie and Bravo for your trivia, and hopefully we will see you there at the meeting. Let's go down to Tulsa and talk to Kelly. KC0LRM, take it away.
Oh, KD8EPC. Hey, thanks for getting me in there, Dustin. Give you my answers before I forget. I'm going to go Bravo and Bravo because we and my wife were eating ice cream. We didn't have sandwiches, though. Just had to get a bowl, so I guess we're on the low side there. But my wife had some brownie batter, so I thought B and B sounds pretty good. I had Neapolitan, but nice hearing you out here, Dustin. Everybody have a good evening out there, and see how I do on the trivia here later on. All right, back to you.
All right there, Kelly. Well, great to hear you out there. We got you on for Bravo and Bravo, and yeah, we just restocked. We got a fresh 12-pack of ice cream sandwiches, and I found a slacker just in the back of the freezer just sitting there, too, so we have 13. Hi. 73, have a great evening, and we'll catch you down the log. All right, let's go over and talk to the Rev Kev in California. K6KJV, take it away.
Thank you very much, sir. Dustin, I appreciate the handout. This is K6KJV here in Valley Springs, California. And as usual, you know what my pick is. It's going to be Double D, Delta and Delta. And, yeah, that's all I'm going to say about the Olympics. You never can go wrong with a Cornwaldo bean. Even though they might not come up and be the answer, but it's always the right answer with me. And, so with that, I'm going to keep it short and say God bless 73, everyone, and pass the mic back to you there, Dustin, from K6KJV. And I'm not looking at the blue screen, Alan, if you're typing at me. So, back to you there, Dustin.
All right there, Kevin. We got you on for Double D's as usual, and it's always great to hear you there, my friends. So we'll say 73, God bless, and have a great evening. And that's going to bring me over to David, KC8EEY. All right, he may have fallen asleep. We'll try him again, though. KC8EEY. Dave, are you there?
Here is Whiskey 8 Delta Echo Charlie. Matt in the Mobile. Short time. Just checking in the lull in the radio.
All right, there, Matt. We've got you on the list. We were looking for David. I don't think he's there, but since you're short time, go ahead and take it away.
Okay, yeah, I'm almost to my destination, so I just wanted to jump in and get my name on the stovepipe, if you will. Whiskey 8, Echo Charlie, Matt in the Mobile, in the northeastern corner of the Buckeye State, coming into the 147.015 repeater in Newberry, where I got a comfortable 61 degrees tonight, and clear sky. It's been nice looking at some of the constellations tonight. That's all I got. Appreciate the opportunity to check in, pulling into my driveway. 73 W8DEC.
All right there, Matt, 73. Have a great rest of your evening, and thanks for stopping by. We're going to jump back up here and talk to Scott now. K8VOX, what's going on the shores of Lake Erie, my friend?
Good evening, everyone. This is K8VOX Scott up here on the shores of Lake Erie on Vermilion, and we've had a beautiful day. The lake was pretty well calm all day. Wasn't too good for sailing, but it was nice to be there on the lake. Nice and quiet, comfortable temperatures, and it was a good day to lollygag around, and that's pretty much what I did. Let's see, for trivia, I'm going to go with Bravo and Charlie. That's about it. Thanks for getting me in, Dustin. Thanks for doing the net. And, this is KE8VOX, sending it back to you. 73, everyone.
All right there, Scott. Well, thanks so much for joining us. It's always a pleasure to hear you, my friend, and we appreciate you joining us. We got you down for Bravo and Charlie there, and we're going to say 73 so you can catch you down the log. N9 JPH was in and out there. Jason, we'll say 73 to him, and that brings me down to WAD8 MIU, warm weather Wade. Dog sit and take it away there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's weight sitting or I'm dog sitting. I think he's weight sitting. As long as he feeds me enough allowance, I'll be fine. Anyway, was that Greg from Baltimore moved to Florida? Is that what you said? I wasn't sure I heard that right. I don't know where, if he's moving there, where to in Florida, because Florida has two coasts and a middle. So, anyway, you can clarify that later if you know what I'm talking about. And that was good hearing Mark and Fred. People I haven't heard for a while, Andy. Of course, that's not their fault. It's mine. I haven't been getting in here. So, of course, you know, like I said, I have less obstruction now right now with the wife being home and I'm up here by myself. She takes care of an elderly lady Monday through Friday, so she stays down there and does that for 4 hours every morning, and she's not getting rich off of it. She did that professionally, and with her degree, she would be making like $35 an hour. I think she's getting $16 an hour, so she's not doing it for the money, even though the extra money helps. But she looks at this lady like it's almost like her mom, so they call my wife her daughter, so, and she has no family, so, but she's elderly and has trouble getting herself ready to get up in the morning, get showered and everything. She walks with a walker, and so my wife said, you know, I hope somebody does that for me someday, so she's helping out. All right, well, I guess that's about all I got. I'll turn it back over to you. Trivia. I'm going to go with Bravo and Charlie. BC, I have no clue if that's right or not, but whoever, normally I have no clue, so what makes tonight any different? So we'll turn it back over to you, Dustin, and say hi to Nick there and everybody else. WD8MIU, back over to you, Dustin.
All right there, Wade. Well, we'll say 73 to you. Have a great evening, and we'll catch you there down the log. We get you down for Bravo and Charlie. You take care there, my friend, and good to hear you twice in one day. All right, we're going to go on down the list here and talk to AI5Q, another good friend of ours, Jairus. We got you on for Bravo and Bravo. Good evening, my friend. Take it away.
Thanks, Dustin. Let me know what my audio sounds like now. I brought a node back from the dead to try and clear up some of the transmission QRM, so let me know how it sounds now.
Much, much better. You're loud and clear. Before we couldn't understand what you were saying at all, so it sounded way better.
All right, good deal. It's just one of those things that sometimes the node works and sometimes it doesn't, and I don't ever know when it's going to go south on me. And then it'll straighten itself back up after a little while or after a reboot or something like that. So anyway, yeah, Bravo is my answers for tonight. Good to hear everybody out there and having fun reading the blue screen and seeing what's going on there. And yeah, I'm glad Nick mentioned the rag2.app to Wade. That is a valuable tool, although I can't get on it at work because it's a new domain and our quote-unquote new type of domain, and our work firewall won't allow us, and I'd have to request permission, and I'm not sure that I want to draw that kind of attention to what I may or may not be doing during office hours. So there you go. AI5Q, back to you, Dustin.
You got to slip someone in IT a $20 bill to clear your website for you, Jairus. Hi. We got you down for Bravo and Bravo. It's working again and sounding good, and it's always great to hear you. And it was great to get to catch up a little bit there yesterday. So we'll say 73 and catch you down the log. And that brings me over to a representative from Arkansas, KI5RFI. Mac, take it away.
Well, good evening, Dustin, everybody on the net. Wouldn't you know, about the time I got ready to answer Nick in the pre-check-in part of the net there, my stupid computer would not put the transmit sign on there. I could hear everything else and everybody, but it wouldn't let me transmit. So I switched over to my iPhone. My answer to trivia questions are going to be Delta and Bravo. So there you go. Back to you, Dustin, KI5RFI.
All right there, Mac. We got you down for Delta and Bravo. Yeah, I wasn't sure what was happening, but you were definitely dead keying when you were trying to come in there before, so we're glad we got you working figured out and glad you got in there. So once again, we got you down for Delta and Bravo, 73, and have a great evening. All right, next on the list here is K4OG. Mark, good evening. Was your corn worth the drive?
Hey, Dustin, KD8EPC, K4OG here. Yes, it was. I mean, going through Medina on a Sunday is no easy task. I went round and round and round, but once I figured out where 18 and 57 really met, the corn was heavenly and got a nice little picture souvenir. The corn's also tasty. Yeah, it was worth the drive, Dust. Thanks for the tip. She said I'll be back next weekend. I'm tempted. All right, hello, warm weather Wade down there. Yeah, good to hear you too. I hope you get some she crab soup and get a bushwhacker for me down there at that Salt Rock Grill. I'd appreciate it. The answer to the trivia question, well, my guess is I'm going to go with Charlie on the first one, 1908. And I don't know. I'll pick Charlie again for the alternate. Radio DJ. It sounds plausible. Yeah. Yeah, the corn's really good. Dustin's got a really good corn cornhole spot. And cornhole this Sunday. All right. I think that's going to be a big event. We might need some more cornhole tables. K4OG back to net.
All right there, Mark. And you know, I was thinking about something. You came all that way to get corn, and you didn't even stop and visit with me. I'm not that far from there, so there you go. We'll give you a hard time about that one. We got you out for Charlie and Charlie. Enjoy your corn, and if you need to get more, I know where you can get it. All right, next on the list here, we're going to go to the land of snow and maple syrup, AB8MO. Andy, good evening. How'd your deck go tonight?
Well, thanks for asking, KD8EPC and the net. This is AB8MO. Lily Cat says hello. She looks like she wants to bite something. We'll find out. Anyway, it went pretty good. It went almost an hour, which is really long for that net. We had 13 check-ins and had a lot of discussion about the Ham Fest that will be this Sunday. And for future reference, in case anybody wants to know, it's always the third Sunday in August. It's been that way since 1957. That's when the Ham Fest started. So this would have been our 67th year, but we didn't have one for COVID, as most Ham Fests were canceled in, what was it, 2020 or 2020? I don't know. One of those years. So it would be 67, but it's 66 this year. So, yeah, we had a lot of talk about that. We're going to have VE testing and all that stuff. And just before the Sierra Club picnic, I'm going to try to do the Sierra Club picnic. I was able to get Monday off. My boss let me take a vacation day because my day is going to be starting at 5 a.m. I got to get down to the fairgrounds to help start setting up for the Warren Ham Fest, and that runs till noon. And I got to clean and gonna hopefully have enough energy to make it over there. So it's going to be an awful lot, but I love you guys enough that I'm willing to make the drive to Wadsworth. How about that? For the trivia question, I am going to say those are good ones, by the way. I'm going to say 1924 for the Joshes. I don't think it was. I think it was sometime in the 1900s. And for Lucy's, I don't know. I like the Cornwall beat answers, so I guess I'm going to wimp out and say Delta and Delta. Back to you there, Dustin. This is AB8MO.
All right there, Andy. Well, it sounds like it's going to be a busy Sunday, and maybe we'll have the after party from the club picnic. And since you're off Monday, we can have a couple of beverages. Hi. No, we would never do anything like that. But hopefully the Hamfest has a good turnout, and it's a good time all around. We'll say 73T, and that's going to bring me down to Aussie, KO5SIE. Good evening.
Don't usually get to join you guys on Wednesday night, but everything worked out, and thought I'd check in, say hello, and see what's going on.
Well, we're certainly glad to have you with us. I saw you just joined us. Would you like us to reread the trivia questions for you?
W8WKY.
Okay, let's take a crack at it.
All right, perfect. Give me just 1 second here. I'm going to take another round of check-ins, then we'll reread the questions, and I'll get right back to you. So with that, this is KD8EPC with the Beacon Net. We have Ozzy there on the list who's going to try out the questions. We're looking for other check-ins. Please call now.
K7RAM, Kilowatt 7, Romeo Alpha November.
Whiskey Delta 8, Lima Alpha.
Kilo Echo 8 Tango
guy from Georgetown, Texas. Just doing I.O., listening in. So, I.O. Back to net.
KI5TAQ.
Alright, guys.
4 Echo 0 X-ray. 4 Echo 0 X-ray.
Alright, let me hold it up right there. I missed a few, and I'm going to have to come back. So let me tell you who I got. I picked up K7RAN Randy. I have W88LLA Neil. I picked up K8TQR Keith. There's an in-and-out in Texas. I got a double to come back for your call. I got KI5TAQ. I got one I missed from the Illyria machine, and then I have 4 Fox 4 November Golf X-ray. I'll have to get confirmation on that there. But let me start out here with that Texas in-and-out station. Come back, please.
Yeah, Dustin, this is the KJ5 ATA guy from Georgetown, Texas. Kilo Juliet 5 Alpha Tango Alpha. Just doing in and out. That's all today. Just listening in, and I'm going to be turning in after a little bit. So, yeah, back to you, Dustin. Bye-bye.
All right, guy, thanks so much there for coming back for me, KJ5ATA. We got you in and out. And then I'm going to go back here and get, there was a station trying to check in on the Illyria repeater. I didn't get any of the calls. Does that station want to come back? All right, nothing heard there. Then we had 4 Foxtrot, 4 November Golf X-ray. Got you on the list, and we'll get back to you. Let's go back to the top here real quick and get our trivia questions reread. We're going to start with W8HRF. Josh, take it away.
KD8 EPC W8HRF. Tonight's main trivia question is, when were the first modern Olympic Games held? Your options are Alpha, 1872, Bravo, 1896, Charlie, 1908, Delta, 1924. Again, when were the first modern Olympic Games held? Alpha, 1872, Bravo, 1896, Charlie, 1908, or Delta, 1924. W8HRF, back to KD8 EPC.
All right, thank you so much there, Josh. Let's go over to Miss Lucy now, K8YUK for the alternate trivia. Take it away.
KD8 EPC and the group. Here's your alternate trivia for tonight. 83 years ago today, Father Maximilian Kolbe died, but is now known as the patron saint of a few things, including radio. Why? A, during a few of his sermons, his voice miraculously traveled further than normal. B, he operated a shortwave radio station to broadcast religious messages. C, he was a radio disc jockey before being called to the priesthood. Or D, because Waldebeen was the other option, and the Pope said no. Again, alternate trivia. 83 years ago today, Father Maximilian Kolbe died, but is now known as the patron saint of a few things, including radio. Why? A, during a few of his sermons, his voice miraculously traveled further than normal. B, he operated a shortwave radio station to broadcast religious messages. C, he was a radio disc jockey before being called to the priesthood. Or D, because Colonel Cornwalder was the other option, and the Pope said no. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much there, Miss Lucy. We really appreciate it. Let's get on down this list here. Let's go back to Aussie, KO5SIE. What's your guess for the trivia answers there?
I think I'm going to go Bravo, Bravo. So B and B.
right, we got you down for Bravo and Bravo. Thanks so much for stopping by, my friend. It's good to hear you this time of day. Unusual, but great to hear you. So come back and visit when you can. We'll say 73, and that's going to bring us over to Utah. We're going to talk to Randy, K7RAN. Good evening. Take it away.
Yeah, Justin, hello, and thanks for picking me up tonight. I'm just sitting here listening to this net and clicking around doing some FT8 on 15 meters, which is wide to the world from here on FT8 for some reason tonight. So, the trivia questions. I'm also going to go B&B. And on the alternate, I won't comment. I'm just thinking out loud. I'm going to go B&B. And that's it. Back to you, Justin, from K7RAN.
All right there, Randy. Well, thanks so much for joining us. We got you on for B&B, and it's actually Dustin with a Delta. So great to have you with us, and I don't recognize your call, so you might be a first-timer here, but welcome to the Beacon Net. We're here every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the W8WKY repeater, and that's Allstar Node 48496 and Echolink W8WKY-R. We always have our couple of questions, and we always have a good time, so stop back and visit us sometime when you can. We'll say 73 to you for now. And that's going to bring me down here to WD8LLA, my good friend Neil. How are you, Neil? Take it away.
KD8EPC, WD8LLA. Good evening, Dustin. I was glad to be able to stay up tonight to check in. Everything's pretty quiet in Brewster tonight. The trains are running, hauling propane and making potato chips at the other end. I hope they don't get together. Anyhow, I'm going to say C and B on the questions. And thanks for running the net. You and Nick in the background there. I've yet to see that blue screen. I need to check in how to do it. WD8LLA, back to net control.
All right there, Neil. Well, we got you out for Charlie and Bravo, and to get to that blue screen, you have to have a computer, and you have to download a program called NetLogger, and then you go into the AIM window, the Almost Instant Message window, or as we all call it, the blue screen, and there's a whole lot of different conversations going on there than what's going on in the net. Sometimes it's related, sometimes it isn't, but it's half of the fun. So if you got a computer, download NetLogger, and it's pretty easy to set up, and you can just look for the Beacon Net. Click on it, you'll be able to see all the check-ins, you'll be able to see the blue screen, the whole nine, and it's a good time. So if you can, come and visit us. We'll say 73 for now, and we'll catch you down the log, and that's going to bring me over to Keith, K8TQR. Good evening, Keith. How are you?
W8WKY.
KD8EPC, KE8TQR. Good evening, Dustin, and all the rest of the net crew. Fine job by all of you again tonight. We do appreciate you running the net and all that you all do. And good evening to everyone else here listening to the Beacon Net, checking in. Let me see, trivia, let me get that out of the way because I always seem to forget that. For the main trivia question, I'm going to go for C, Charlie. For the alternate trivia question, I'm going to go with B, Bravo. C and B. Good day here at the QTH. The day is wound down. I'm spending it down here in the shack on the radio with all my friends. So that's the end of a great day. Other than that, not too much more. I won't want to keep everybody. I know you got a few more here on the list. I was trying to get number 42, and I missed it by one. Hi. Anyway, let this get back to net control. Again, Dustin, fine job tonight, and hope everyone has a great evening, great rest of the weekend. Hope to hear you all down the log. This is KE8TQR saying 73 and God bless.
All right there, Keith. We got you out for Charlie and Bravo there, and it certainly is great to hear you out there this evening. We'll say 73 to you for now, and we'll catch you down the log real soon. We're going to jump on over back to Oklahoma and talk to Taco Tim now. KI5TAQ, take it away.
Well, good evening, Dustin, and to everybody on the net. This is KI5TAQ. Well, as you know, I'd be popping back up again. And for trivia, well, I'm going to go with D and B. D and B, though I sure like the Cornwallow beans, but not this time. We'll go D and B for the trivia, and well, I'll just say I'm going to stay cool behind, just being cool in the air conditioning. Y'all take care. This is KI5TAQ.
All right there, Tim, 73T, and thanks for stopping by, and have a great evening there. All right, this next call sign, I think I've got it wrong, but station that's call sign started with a 4. Go ahead there and give me your call sign a couple of times, and go ahead with your comments.
Good evening, Control. Good morning from the Philippines. For Echo Zero X-Ray. Handle is Joel. QTH from Naga City, Philippines. Checking in, no traffic. And for the trivia, I'll choose Bravo, Bravo. Back to you, Control.
All right, we got you Bravo and a Bravo. Can you just confirm for me your call sign? It's 4 Echo 0 X-Ray, is that correct?
QSL, it's my vanity call sign for Echo 0 X-Ray. My original call sign is 4 Foxtrot 4 November Golf X-Ray. Back to you.
All right, very good there. We got you in there. Thanks so much for stopping by from the Philippines. We certainly appreciate it. And have yourself a great rest of the day or evening there. All right, this is KD8EPC with the Beacon Net. We're at the bottom of the list here, and we're looking for some more check-ins. Please call now.
Victor Yankee 1, Mike Golf Sierra, B1M, GS, Michael in White Rasuka. Greetings all. Double B.
Kilo Foxtrot 8, Bravo, November Foxtrot, Mike in Cleveland.
All right, we picked up a couple there. We got our friend over there, Mike, up in Canada. Boy, I had a hard time with your call there for some reason. It was really kind of he had some packet loss. I should know it by now, but Mike, would you come back with your call sign a couple of times, and it's your turn. Go ahead.
Victor Yankee 1, Mike Golf Sierra returning. VY1M GS, hopefully I'm coming through well. I'm hearing you guys well. Maybe I'll reboot the node when I'm off here. If we got some packet loss. Good to hear everyone. You're sounding good. Making some dinner for my wife and I. She should be home any moment. Smoked, it was my birthday yesterday, smoked a couple chickens, so have some smoked chicken sandwiches and some rice and salad. I think that's what I got lined up here. And go Bravo, Bravo. Things are pretty good here. It's about 10 degrees Charlie. That's about 50 degrees Foxtrot. A little cooler today, but that's okay. We've had some warm weather and lots of sun, drying out, so the fire hazard was quite high. Nice to get some rain. A reasonable amount indeed. That's all I got for now. Thanks for taking my tech, and thanks for being there. Thanks for doing it. to hear you. Back to you. Victor Yankee 1, my call here, 73. I'll be on the side.
All right there, Michael. I heard everything you had to say there, but there was a little bit of packet loss, but we got your VY1MGS. I got you for Bravo and Bravo, so maybe reset the node after the net there and give it a little something. But it could just be on our end, too. We have a bunch of things connected for the net, so always great to hear you from up there, and good to hear the report. We'll say 73, and we've got mid-60s here in northeast Ohio and clear skies, so... we're going to say 73, and that's going to bring me over to Michael in Cleveland, KF8BNF. Good evening. Take it away, sir.
KF8BNF here. For the trivia, I'm going to go Bravo and Bravo. I think it's kind of funny, St. Maximilian and Colby, in addition to being the patron saint of amateur radio operators, is also the patron saint of drug addicts and also prisoners. I don't know what that really says, but I think it's kind of funny. And you know what? I'm really enjoying the 60-degree weather in August. KF8 BMS, back to net.
All right there, Michael. We got you down for B&B. Thanks for stopping by the Beacon Net. We certainly appreciate it and hope to hear you again there real soon. All right, we're at the bottom of the list. This is KD8EPC with the Beacon Net, and we're looking for some check-ins. Please call now.
Kilo November, Kilo, Oscar 4 Delta, Kilo November.
All right, KO4DKN, good evening. Take it away.
Hey, Dustin, haven't heard from you in a while. I know, it's my fault, sorry. Hey, good evening to those on the Beacon Net. Let me get the trivia question out of the way. I'm going to go with B and D as my answer tonight. Good hearing everybody on this Wednesday evening, and have a good week. And Greg, come on down, Florida. We got the very hot temperatures down here now. So, all right, back to Dustin and the Beacon Net. Thanks.
All right, my friend, great to hear you and glad you came back. We called for you earlier and must have missed you, so good to have you with us, and it has been a while. So thanks again for joining us and have yourself a great evening. All right, we're at the bottom of the list again. We're going to make one more call for check-ins before we go talk to the net control team. So stations waiting to check into the Beacon Net. Please call now.
W8WKY.
KI5 RFI. Dustin, can I get a real quick recheck to see if my computer's working again?
All right, we got a station I couldn't understand. Maybe that was Rich, KD8AJZ, really, really noisy and really quiet. I couldn't understand a thing you said. And I got a recheck, KI5 RFI. Mac, you were sounding really good there. Did you have any other quick comments for us?
Well, I think, Dustin, I finally got my computer back on board here again, so next time maybe it'll work. Hey, thanks for giving me a chance there. You guys have a great evening, KI5 RFI.
All right there, Mac. Well, you're sounding real good, so don't change a thing. So we'll say 73T and have yourself a great evening. Now, Rich, KD8AJZ, we got you in there from the blue screen. They recognized you, but make it brief because I cannot really understand a thing you're saying. All right there, Rich. I'm sorry we're not making it in there. We're gonna have to find you some kind of a better antenna, more power, something to get you going there so we can hear you a little better. But we got you on the list at any rate, my friend. We'll say 73T and have yourself a great evening. This is KD8EPC with the Beacon Net. We're gonna go back up here to the top and we're gonna talk to Just Nick. Give me double D's for my answers there, Just Nick, and take it away.
KD8EPC, this is KD8SLG. Double D's it is for you, Dustin, as for me as well, voting in solidarity with Rev Kev. So, yeah, club meeting tomorrow night, 7 o'clock in Wadsworth, the Aries Hall. A bunch of us will be at Casa Nuestra for some Mexican food at 5 o'clock-ish. All are welcome. Ken Dorsey's going to be giving a presentation on ICOM remote control software, and I've tried to use some of that for my 4100, and it kind of confused me. So I'm looking forward to that. And, of course, we have the picnic on Sunday. That's going to be a good time. I hope to see a bunch of people there. Fine business tonight, man. 47 so far, and 29 people in the... 29 people monitoring on NetLogger. That's pretty cool. Fine business today, Dustin. KD8EPC, this is KD8SLG, back to net control.
All right there, Nick. Thanks so much for joining us tonight, and thanks for being on the blue screen and behind the curtains and keeping people kind of together there. So we got you for double D's. Nick and Knight was in and out, and that's going to bring me down to KE-VZA. Eric, take it away.
KD8EPC in the group. This is KE8VZA here. Let's go with the trivia before I forget. For the main trivia, I'm going to go with Charlie. For the alternate trivia, I'm going to answer Alpha. I think it was something to do with miracles. Anyway, I'm struggling to keep my eyelids open here, but I am enjoying the net, and I am activating couches on the air tonight, courtesy of Crossband Repeat. Anyway, good to hear everyone. Have a great weekend upcoming and a great rest of the week. Look forward to seeing people at the meeting tomorrow and the picnic on Sunday. KE8VZA, back to net control.
All right there, Eric. We got you on for Charlie and Alpha, and we hope to see you at the meeting also. We'll say 73T for now. We're going to go to Miss Lucy real quick and just get your main trivia answer there, Lucy. Go ahead.
KD8EPC and the group. For my main trivia, I'm going to go with, I can read between Josh's fingers, so I'm going to go with, I don't even know, now. I can't go with any of the Cornwaldo Bean options. I know he had an E, but he didn't read it. So in my spirit, I'm going to go with E. Over to you.
All right, very good there. Let's go over to Josh, then WA8HRF. Give us your comments, let it drop, and give us the trivia answer.
KD8EPC, W8HRF. Good evening, Dustin. Good evening to everybody on the Beacon Net. Had a full day today, but it was good. It was a lot of fun. Got to tow a car for some friends down the block, so that was exciting. Hey, it didn't fall off of the trailer, which is cool. That's always a win. Was driving home and had a lady flashing her lights at me, and then drove past and was pointing at me, and I was like, oh, something must be wrong. I was dragging some chains behind me. Whoops. Oops. That's what those sparks were. Anyways, one day I'll learn. I don't have too much else. Sorry we're going to miss the meeting tomorrow, but we'll make it to the next one, and we'll be at the picnic. Hopefully. Just a little bit late. We'll make it after the Warren Ham Fest. That's about all I got. So I'm going to let it drop, and I'm going to read the main trivia.
W8HRF returning. Tonight's main trivia question was, when were the first modern Olympic Games held? Your options are Alpha, 1872, Bravo, 1896, Charlie, 1908, or Delta, 1924. The answer was Bravo, 1896. The first Olympic Games ever held at Olympia, the Greek city of Elis, they were held in 776. My brain automatically went to 1776, but 776 BC. But it was generally accepted that the Olympics were held at least 500 years before that time. With the rise of Rome, the Olympics declined in 393 AD. The Emperor Theodosius I, a Christian, abolished the games as part of his efforts to suppress paganism in the Roman Empire. A noble cause. With the Renaissance, Europe began a long fascination with ancient Greek culture, and then fast forward like hundreds of years to the 18th century, the 18th and 19th century, some nations staged informal sporting festivals that were bearing the name Olympic Games, but it wasn't until 1892 that some French baron actually proposed reviving the Olympics. So, the Olympic Games were inaugurated in 1896, but Paris hosting it in 1924 marked a major turn in the event's popularity. So, 100 years ago, it started getting a little bit more popular. And that's where we're at. That's everything. So, anyways, send it back to you, Dustin. Thanks for running the net. Good to hear everybody. Good net tonight. Lots of check-ins. We'll catch y'all later. W8HRF, back to KD8EPC.
All right there, Josh. Well, thanks so much for doing the main trivia. We certainly appreciate it, and we look forward to your next one. Let's go over to K8YUK. Miss Lucy, give us your comments, and let it drop and give us the alternate trivia answer.
KD8EPC and the group. I am so tired. I don't know how Josh is functioning. Betty woke up at like 6:13. Fussing, crying. She went to bed at 10 last night. We went to bed at midnight? I lost track. So anyway, I did not sleep very well, and I was like, well, she's probably cold. It is cold. I want to take care of her and make sure that she is fine. So I got up, and she decided to be wide awake, except she was a train wreck. So at 7:30 probably, I tried to give her breakfast. She didn't want anything, and I said, you know what? Sounds like it's time for bed. So she went back down, and I did some online shopping because I wanted to, and that's always a dangerous rabbit hole. So by the time I was done with that and organizing stuff in the basement, she was awake again. So we had breakfast and putted around the house and did stuff and went for a little bit of a walk and just kind of hung out together until she went down for a nap because apparently she still has not had enough sleep. And I did more stuff, and I'm still really tired, and I'm blanking on the rest of the day. But you're fine, and it's all good. So that's the long and the long of it. And if I keep talking, it will be just for the sake of feeling better about talking more, even though I can't remember the rest of my day. So I'm going to let it drop, and we'll go into all trivia. All right, K8YUK returning. I'm going to reread all trivia. 83 years ago today, Father Maximilian Kolbe died, but is now known as the patron saint of a few things, including radio. Why? A, during a few of his sermons, his voice miraculously traveled further than normal. B, he operated a shortwave radio station to broadcast religious messages. C, he was a radio disc jockey before being called to the priesthood. Or D, because Colonel Cornwallis was the other option and the Pope said no. The answer is B. Father Maximilian Kolbe was a priest who believed in the use of print and radio broadcasts to promote the Catholic faith in the early 1900s. He built and operated a radio station in 1938 with the call sign of SP3RN in Poland, with plans to extend to another monastery in Japan. Unfortunately, in May of 1941, the Nazi SS shut down everything and was sent to Auschwitz. In July, 10 prisoners were condemned to death by dehydration and starvation as punishment for an escape attempt. One of the chosen prisoners was a husband and Father Kolbe stepped out of line and offered to trade places with the other man. It's said that this was the first and last time that ever happened at Auschwitz. The commanding officer accepted the exchange, and Father Kolbe survived for nearly 2 weeks before receiving a lethal injection on August 14, 1941. The prisoner who he traded with survived the war and was able to attend Father Kolbe's canonization. All of this is commemorated on the St. Maximilian Kolbe radio net, which happens on both 20 meters and 40 meters on Sundays. More information on that can be found at stmaxnet.org. And if you have any questions about that, you can shoot me an email over QRZ. Otherwise, happy feast day to him. Congratulations to those who got it right. Apologies to those who got it wrong. I argue that A is right. I'm going to let it drop real quick. K8 returning for the last time tonight, I promise. But just to clarify, people could argue that A is right too because of his radio broadcasts, but I did say miraculously on purpose. So there's that. That's pretty much it. So I wish everybody a good night. God bless. And this is K8YUK. Back to Net Control.
All right there, Lucy. Thanks so much for doing the alternate trivia. We really do appreciate it there, and we look forward to your next one. All right, this is KD8EPC with the Beacon Net. We're at the bottom of the list here. We're going to make one more call here for check-ins. Stations waiting to check into the Beacon Net. Please call now. All right, nothing else heard. On behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, the Beacon Net crew, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for checking in with us this evening. Come and join us on the next edition of the Beacon Net, Sunday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the W8 WKY repeater 147.390 with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114.8, Allstar Node 48496, and Echolink W8 WKY-R. Also, don't forget to check out the Barometer Net every morning at 7 a.m. except for Sunday here on the W8 WKY repeater. And don't forget to visit our friends over on the N5XQK Memorial Boredom Breaker Net. That's every day at noon Central Time, and that's on Allstar Node 49562. And Echolink N5XQK-R. That's every day at noon Central Time. They go a couple of hours, and they switch net controls to the top of the hour and welcome rechecks. With that, you've been listening to the Beacon Net. This is KD8EPC returning the repeater to our normal amateur use at this time, and I will be clear. 73, y'all.
Have a good night.
This is BET, MGT, back here. Thank you. Have a good night. 73. This is BET, MGT, doing radio check.
Radio check. Was that you, Mike? VY1 MGS?
maybe not. This is KD8SLG. Radio check. Come on back.
E3MGP, checking radio check.
I'm hearing you, but I'm not getting your call sign. You're going to have to give it phonetically. This is KD8SLG. KD8SLG. Kilo Delta 8 Sierra Lima Golf. Go ahead. I think it was Victor Echo 3 Mike Golf Papa.
BE3 MGP, this is correct. Anytime for OPD, to check my radio.
Well, you're pretty echoey, and you're echoey and wavy getting into the system, so it's kind of hard to understand. You might be overmodulating. It's hard to say, but you're making it into the system. KD8SLG.
W8WKY.